Alright guys, time to watch my favorite content creator.
They made a game with a hot girl, I'm upset. As far as I'm concerned, she's unrealistic, 'cause she doesn't have a flat chest
No,
like
she is
I
realistic.
do.
She's hot.
He's gonna coom, it's a typical Goons Day night. He's stripping girls and the kind of games I don't like.
I really like
Cause
this.
jiggle physics are Holocaust
he did that on purpose. I love it.
She wears short skirts, I look like yogurt. She gets attention and I get my feelings hurt. Dreaming about the day when I wake up and find that I was a different gender this whole freaking time. If they could see that actually I'm what's beautiful, there is more to life than Sydney Sweeney's titties.
I don't have a problem with
titties. Sydney Sweeney's titties. Stupid male gaze and photoshopped magazines. Filters should only exist for people like me. Tweeting in the girls' bathroom, thinking to myself, I make them all queasy. Her body, my choice. I make them.
That actually exists? Sucks you can't go under the skirt a bit more, but okay.
I'm all queasy, her body my choice, cover your femininity. I'm saving you from objectifying misogyny, gratuitous displays of jiggling boobs have ruined my whole freaking weekend mood. I am right here, love me or you hate queers, heterosis, normative behavior has me in tears, dreaming about the day when I wake up and find that the capitalist patriarchy go bye, you stupid sexist bigot coomers just love porn. That's the only reason
I heard about
girls
this
get
one.
you
It's
horny.
kind of like Genshin Impact. It's really
but never girls like me.
Ew! Ew! Who the hell is she? Anoki to... I refuse. I refuse. By the way, you're a disgrace to the Native Americans.
Stop resisting our pronoun gaslighting. Big stupid boobs are not that exciting. You harm.
Oh my god! Look at all these layoffs.
Jerking to.
A lot of them are females. This is what happens when you hire people with DEI or the ESG score. These people are screaming because they're the type of people that get pissed off at us. No. We are the consumers.
Pretty.
Look at that.
Stop jerking too pretty.
All these are women.
Have you ever thought that pretty is me? It is ma'am. It is ma'am. I'd have sand in my vagina.
Oh yeah, I love Shangri Frontier. It's actually a really good anime. Another version of SAO, but better.
If it weren't a cock and balls, gonna infiltrate your media, give women massive jaws, mandate butch and gay, no titty masculinity.
Okay, to be fair, she does look like Leia Thomas. She does look like Leia Thomas.
Ugly reach into your dreams, Freddy Krueger on his knees. Can't you see the modern audience demands you
why can't you make girls like this?
Beauty, diversity.
They're very cute. Make girls cuter.
Not token pandering.
Obviously.
Shaved head, dyed hair, piercings, androgyny. Everything will suit my sensitivity. He's only bigots disagree. Right side of history.
Ah, yes, Velma.
Accept my conditioning. Frick Sydney Sweeney's
I think Japanese don't like this.
I identify as pretty. Identify pretty. You identify as pretty.
Oh yeah.
Padded cell.
Chris Kendrick.
Jacket.
Such a harasser.
Straight jacket.
Yes. My favorite content creator.
Beta testers. One thing not enough people mention, as it pertains to the game developers screaming in a field at their religious retreat, is the price of the tickets, which are well in excess of $1,000. There were over 50 diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, the bottom one I very well know way too much. She's fine. The problem is she's in the wrong game.
Meetings at GDC. This is why your games are the way they are. Why?
Yeah, I freaking hate that. I heard about Niantic making female way more androgynous. You know, it's okay if you have males that look way more androgynous also. Girls will fantasize like guys as more feminine, and they look much more handsome or prettier in some way. But when it's women on women, yeah, it's really disgusting. A good example of that, Legend of Zelda.
A woman's body specifically is so offensive. Xbox has some things to say about that, but Xbox isn't worth my time. Apparently,
Neither is
Kotaku journalists asking for information about YouTubers is. Including but not limited to streaming personality and aspiring conehead Asmongold. Why, you may ask? Why would this person be seeking dirt on people like Melanie Mack? It's because they'll do and they'll say anything chasing clout on their newspaper of a platform. The activists posing as journalists and developers currently defending racists online, as well as holding hands with a publication that's been a joke as far back as when our favorite Jewish journalist Jason worked.
Remember, Chris Kindred is a harasser. He is a bully. Remember that.
There, and boy did he have some strong feelings about the makeup of the studios not reflecting his preferred rainbow of ethnicities, genders, and shaved or dyed-haired styles, because that's what makes games better, right? At least in his mind. And how he feels should matter more than the gamer, you know, the person paying. A sentiment that I try to remind people is still alive and well among the types to defend SBI, like Eurogamer. The attention-seeking entity who is so proud of her own misinterpretation of racism that they put it in their banner is...
Look out for Alyssa Mercante also. She is also a racist, she is also a bully and a harasser.
Defending other racists at Sweet Baby Inc., who incited a targeted harassment campaign that they were then suspended for, that liars like Paul Tassi refused to report on, instead of mocking the fact that the entity within all men are enemies tattoo went into the Discord created after Sweet Baby Inc.'s
All men's are enemies? You could say the same thing for females. Good example is Amber Heard. Rachel Zegler. I could list more, but then those are the two that came to my mind recently.
Initial harassment, immediately demanding personal information to try to ruin lives in her inevitable article that would deliberately omit vital context in an attempt to frame the victim as a harasser. They know this, and they don't care because they hate you. All of those thumbnails, it's not exactly hyperbole, exaggeration, clickbait. Now, they hate you. And because of that, they'll do whatever mental gymnastics to justify their treatment of you. It's a shame Cabrutus wasn't trans, because I'd love to show how vicious...
Ah, yes, the person that he sang about is Sydney Sweeney. I mean, she's okay. If she's in the game, they'll make her a lot realistic or a bit more androgynous, I would say. But either way, she's okay to me. She's not that attractive in my opinion. I prefer like other curvy women, just not her. It's my own taste. There's nothing wrong with her. That's all.
I would have defended anyone who was maliciously targeted by someone so ass backwards and confused as Chris Kindred that needs to have things to say about their misunderstanding again of a character as it pertains to Akira Toriyama's body of work.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like, the time of his death, well, he died a week after the news was released. It's like Chris has nothing good to say. It's like, oh yeah, it's just bad things. Why not just say thank you, Toriyama, for making us this creation that you made, because it actually pushed us forward to making good content for other things that we couldn't have before, like My Hero, One Punch Man, Bleach, One Piece, all sorts of that. But you have to address, oh yes, Popo's black for some reason. Just to let you know, just because he's black in skin doesn't make him black. You racist?
Bodied is what people get in the comment section after their hilariously ignorant take.
Wait, Young Ye. Oh, he's been blocked? Is this because of Yakuza game? Or whatever, I could care less.
A reaction that they're fishing for to add to their mountain of look how mean people are. They kicked the beehive, the bees sting. Woke reporters only report that the bee.
Look at Leia Thomas. Look at Leia Thomas. Now, the left side. Okay, this is my personal preference. I don't like that buzz cut. Not really a buzz cut, but I don't like that line cut from the eyebrow thing or anything above it. I prefer to have her hair a bit longer from the front side. That's just my preference. She's still cute. No, there's no denying about it. But I just prefer her hair something else.
Bees are stinging. What assholes those bees must be. But there's context here. Context you're aware to avoid. For the big coward creators suddenly copying homework of people like me without issuing credit, gamers have been mercilessly mocked for their bravery in standing in truth against the gaslighting from people who can never just stop at being wrong or disagreeing. It must instantly escalate to harassment, threats, and cancellation attempts. Whenever you see people talking about risk, that's what they're talking about. Longtime testers on my channel from the Avengers days can name transgenders exclusively who needed to bring up Dia because of my factual recognition of a garbage video game. My name is Cyael.
Hi, Cyael.
Black guy. Does it fuck up your agenda? And one thing I love about Dragon Ball Z is the concept.
Alright, this is just me being nitpicky. It's a Dragon Ball franchise. I understand you grew up from Dragon Ball Z, but when you see the new anime from Dragon Ball Super, people still call it Dragon Ball Z for some reason. I have no idea why. It still sticks to them. It's called Dragon Ball Super. I still call it Dragon Ball itself because I grew up with young Goku, and then after that it became Dragon Ball Z, and after that became Dragon Ball GT, and then after that is Super.
Of concealing or diminishing your power level to trick scouters, figurative or literal. I repeat, when you're good at something, you'll tell everyone. But when you're great at something, everyone will tell you. The gaming industry is full of talkers, not doers. They have to tell because they can't show. They cannot create, but love to denigrate.
No, these gaming consultants don't even play games. They don't even know how gaming works, but yet the gaming consultants, you think that they're supposed to talk for the gamers' mindset, but they only think about themselves. The most narcissistic people in the first world country.
Great, and simply recognizing this is to court risk. Lately, my cup of noisy, unapologetically racist activists in the gaming industry runneth over, and I've been forced to flex my command of a language to remind the lazy Tumblr developers triggered over my checkmark that they are in fact mere check boxes that—
By the way, it's okay to have small titties also. I see the fat titties, but it's okay to have small titties, as long as you're attractive. That's all I have to say.
Have, are, and will ironically be indiscriminately fired, as money is now tight like the pussies you wish you had. So if the truth makes me a bigot, and liars and racists who deliberately disinform and resist facts like Raiders' Ark of the Covenant, then so be it. I enjoy games. And it's obvious because I spotlight the hypocrisy
Oh my god, to be my weakness.
of posers like Keely, Grubb, and Paul Tassi of Forbes, or insert whatever mouth-open shill fucking loser that
Look at the
can't
Mona
be
Lisa amount of
real.
fabric
You know what I'm
she
talking
has.
about? They demand the women, specifically in the video games, be realistic and not exaggerated because fantasy and service are words that don't mean what the dictionary defines them as. Funny how often the dictionary needs to motherfucking change. Selfish, piss-stained behavior has them
Oh my
refusing
God.
to acknowledge even the best-selling
This
game of the
girl.
year, beta testers.
This girl, she's just teasing me right now. I love her so much.
So in case you need to hear it from me, they don't run things. We are run things. Can I get a Captain Planet? The power is yours. Your wish is their command. And if their choice, when paid, is to burn your food and complain about how hard it is—
No, I think Captain America is way too progressive. Like, he's like, oh yes, he's about saving the planet. Instead of him, the power is within the people of themselves. How do they do? By being activists. They don't make anything, by the way. Instead of solving the problem, they just whine about the problem. These people don't want to help. They just want to advocate. It's better to solve problems rather than whine about it.
to cook and somebody died in the kitchen. Oh, it shouldn't be exclusively cooks back there because that isn't inclusive. Then we can take our business elsewhere. Call us whatever names you want. If these woke, white, male, and heterosexual—
Yeah, like I mentioned, I heard about this game. I don't know what's the name called. It's hard for me to pronounce it. Azuri something. Yeah, it just looks like another version of Power World and Genshin Impact. But it's more so of a Genshin Impact sort of way. But I don't mind it. It's interesting.
hating studios wish to pump out one more forgettable turd and call it a game before their studio shuts down, we applaud them in their endeavor. Brave of you. Send us a picture of the fucking pride flags in the game, but we will viciously defend anyone
I hate
you
pigtails.
incorrectly accuse of unlawful or—
I hate the pigtails. Why are they keep on normalizing the pigtails?
rule-breaking activity in your failed brigade with your like-minded alphabet cult of eager cancelers who refuse logic and avoid the truth. Woke should believe in trigger warnings to spare people unwanted experiences, putting aside how selfish most of you woke motherfuckers are, considering you only consider the sensibilities of your own kind in a more—
Yes, this racist wants to not hire white people because it will integrate their inner circle. Yeah, have you heard of 1964 Civil Rights Act or something like that? Yeah, but for some reason they disregard that. I was like, oh, they're above the law. Like we could hire whoever we want, just as long as they're not white or male. Very pathetic.
kind world, perhaps everybody should be afforded the choice to avoid things that, they don't want, elements that might, oh God, what am I, you know what I mean? I can't even meet you on your terms because you're fucking hypocrites. The paradoxically uninformed racist offenders in gaming right now
pretty much
are exactly the police that are mad as hell because some people too informed. You ever see cops and how they switch their tune when they can tell they're dealing with somebody? Look up a video of like a cop talking to a lawyer that they pulled over or something. And when they realize, you know what I'm saying? So look, GDC Tumblr Con's January 6th will be a game developer for the history books. But do you think...
Wait. This actually happens?
Anyone got arrested? And I say this not joking.
Spider-Man?
Because...
Holy damn. Wow.
Someone got roofied. Again. So I'm going to say the again part again because it's happened before. And at this point...
Oh, interesting enough. Goku actually has wings, but only during the end of the Cell Saga. Like, when Goku died, by the way. Like, this is interesting. I'm just pointing that out. But the wings were white. But not like this. Not like this type of wings. But...
We're honestly thinking some of you game developer activists will do anything for attention because look how desperate you are for people to talk about you, tattooing all men are enemies and then posting about that. You had somebody record your stupid little scream and then report on that too because none of us would.
I find the weird reason why does Goku need wings? I thought he could fly with ki.
Have cared. None of us were there. To Grums and Asmongold specifically, I'm forced to thank you for sacrificing yourself as a lightning rod for all of this Hogwarts Legacy boycott tier attention. They're unapologetic at this point. Many of them must see the writing on the wall, and I just want nothing to do with it. These people can't take a joke. I don't consider that human. Am I considering them less human? No. The way they are acting is inhumane. You can't be racist against this race, and I'm going to
Correct. The way they position themselves, they think they are the almighty, powerful being. But what they actually are when they project themselves are disgusting little goblins.
Tattoo this group our enemy. Expect that coming back. You're making the world a worse place. This is a bitch licking ice cream in a store and putting it back. You know what I'm saying? So, all you need to know is that Phil Spencer, Xbox, and Microsoft brand are so pussified now that...
not just Xbox. Sony. Sony are also pussified.
Any woman who isn't flat is exaggerated. They need to be dressed for their task. In a video game, so less choice equals more inclusion. Beta testers, I thank you endlessly for your ongoing support. I can't articulate.
The point is not trans kids are not a threat. It's just that you are a threat against kids who are transitioning. That's all it is.
Properly. How wonderful you've been. But after so much gaslighting, it's more intelligent for you to just back out of the, you know what I mean? This thing's about to go up. Okay?
Yeah.
It feels like someone's chasing you trying to get your fucking fingerprints on a gun at this point. Just leave. Back away. Take some screenshots. Thank you. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Bye. Wow.
Well, I'm not taking screenshots, but I am recording this, and I would say I like your content. Therefore, I will upload this after this ends.